Big shoes for a big man.
We trim it off last because that way we don't have any problems with running short on material here. Okay, now you can see where I want a butt fit here, same with here, so we'll cut that off. That point. Okay, and we'll cut this off at that point. We've got a foot joint here. Now, like I did here, I just got a masking tape on the inside and the outside. Because we're going to have masking tape on here. We got to cover this part up anyways. So, alright, we'll come back in a minute here. Alright, I formed these here best I can. And what I want to do before I start closing this in, I got some cheap primer, not the self-etching primer I've been using on the van, but I got some cheap primer, and I want to prime the inside and the outside of this cardboard before I do anything more, because I don't want it to soak up moisture. The shed is damp all the time, even though it don't leak, and it's going to be stored out there, so I want to prime it for that. And also I got some spray brown paint. I want to paint these when I'm done with them, but I want the primer on first. So I'm going to do a little more masking tape in these areas, and then I'm going to prime it. We'll come back when I'm done with that. Okay, I got a couple of coats of sandable primer, just regular primer, so that the cardboard don't soak up any water. I'm going to spray these with brown enamel anyways, which I bought today, but on the inside I may not be able to get at it, so I figured I'll just hit this. And besides that, it needs a primer coat, otherwise it'll soak up a lot of paint. It's a little breezy today, so it does blow around, but I could probably put something in the toe here to make it a little stronger, but I want to keep the weight down. These are very light. Most of the weight is the 3/8 inch plywood that they're mounted on. But that's it. We'll come back in the video in a short while here, because what I want to do next is to make the cover at the top, and I also want to be able to have some kind of a thing in the middle where the shoe ties. I'll have to figure that out. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. I'll come up with something. I usually do. All right, I got the primer's dry. Now what I want to do is to put a partition in here, in the areas of where the heel is, because I want to fill this area in with, I'll just stick plastic bags in here after I get the top made and put it on here. This way it'll have some packing in here. I could use the spray foam, but that's another $5 or so. Gotta watch I'm spending a lot of money on different things here, and it's adding up. And the leg, the lower part of the leg will go into here, and I'll build this up with something. But I want to close this area up because I want to stick packing in here of some kind. Plastic bags are lightweight, and that way if this thing gets, it gives it some strength. I don't want this to get pushed. There's going to be stuff in the shed and something will get pushed against it, and when I go to use it again, it'll all be deformed and broken and everything else. So what I'm going to do is to cut a piece of cardboard out of here to make a partition. Like this here. I don't know if I'm in camera or not. I think I am. And we'll hit that with some primer too. Okay, I've got them both sprayed here and let them dry here, and then I'll proceed to make the top portion, and got to figure out some way. I'll probably have to cut this a little bit and just put an edge on it so I can glue the top to it. But when I do that, I'm going to have to stuff these first. I got some plastic bags here, and I think we're going to stuff this to give it some form, and you don't have to go real crazy with it. I just want to get some in there. And then what I'm going to do is glue this down and then tape it. Now, doesn't really look like a shoe, does it? Alright, we get rid of not only the plastic bags, but we get rid of all our cardboard trimmings here. So, a little breezy out here, so we're going to have to put the camera down here, and we're going to put this cover on here before it blows away, and we're going to glue it on, and then we're going to tape it. I was going to bend these over and make a lip all the way around, but this is a smooth cut here, and it'll be raggedy and it'll look like hell if I try to do that. So I think I can glue it right on here and tape it on. It should be good. Well, not a beautiful job at all, but if I can get this taped down, it's glued. Get this around. This. Can't really tape this too thin to cut. Razor blade's a little dull. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's filled, and plus it probably weighs about a pound. And of course we're going to put primer on this. The whole thing gets painted brown, and in here I'll probably make something up for the PVC pipe to go in. Now over here, we're going to do the same thing. You know what? Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll leave it like that. It'll look like a soul. And we'll paint this part black. Just this wood. That's what we'll do. Okay, we got the other one drying. So we got some more plastic bags. Good way to recycle plastic bags, you know? This whole thing, I'm estimating it probably isn't even a pound. Very light. And we have some cardboard to stick in there. Get rid of the, we don't want to put that in there. This is the bottom, or the top actually. This way I can get rid of my cardboard. Every little bit helps. Every piece of paper, tape, whatever I got here, we'll just shove in there. Here. Here. Get rid of all my junk. Together. Yeah, let's see if we have to trim this. That. Too bad. All right, now we don't lose all our cardboard here. Put some glue in here. Center it. Here. It ain't gonna be perfect. And we'll go around it with masking tape, of course. All right, I'm getting a little glue all over the place here. I'll come back in a minute.